What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of PlanBri Uncut. Today is a special episode because I'm doing a little bit of me, and then we have a special guest on who is Dana White. I think maybe people, my typical listeners, might be like, "Hey, what, Dana White and you don't really mash up." Dana White and I go way back. I met him when we did the Netflix. Was it the Tom Brady roast?
I feel like the Tom Brady roast?
I think it was the Tom Brady roast is when I met Dana for the first time. And yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he wanted to come on the pod when he was in the city. We recorded a little bit ago, and I think I've honestly been a little stressed about it because obviously me and Dana even talk about it within our episode. We have two very different audiences and political views. So I was just a little stressed that people might be upset about that, but also I think that's very dumb and just kind of immature. We don't really talk politics at all in it. We just talk about his experiences. He's one of the most interesting, most successful men that I've ever, gotten to learn from. So Dana White is later on in the episode, and I hope you guys enjoy that. I think the guy followers will definitely enjoy that. I know that a lot of people in my real life are excited to hear it. So it was a good conversation. And yeah, he's later on in the episode. But right now it's me and I guess Hannah and I guess you guys. I'm going to Iceland tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. So I've had these 2 weeks blocked off on my calendar for a while now. Usually I do like Martha's Vineyard. I was going to do a van trip. Obviously I didn't do anything of the sorts because I've just kind of been running around like crazy. And I'm also, I don't know what I can say, but I am going to be off the grid for like a month, which is crazy. I'll still be posting the podcast. I'm going to pre-record podcast episodes, but I'm going to be dark on all social media, which is kind of scary because I've never done that. And what if everyone unfollows me? What if everyone thinks I'm dead or something?
I mean, you could do drafts and I can post them for you.
God, I had to record 5,000 videos.
5,000 drafts. Just keep making outfit videos.
I just gotta just keep changing.
But we
clothes.
just revealed our plans, so we can't do that.
Yeah,
anymore.
we can't do that. But no, I'm going to do something very fun and exciting. You guys will find out about it eventually, but that's coming up soon. So I really wanted to like enjoy my last bit of summer by going to Iceland. Here's the thing. As you can tell, I'm wearing long sleeve. I'm wearing long pants. I am fucking done with summer. I think I'm absolutely over it. I don't think I've ever been in a place or point in my life where I'm like, I'm done with summer. I'm over it. I hate it. I'm too hot. Like, I can't go outside anymore. I can't wear the clothes that I want to. I don't want to wear shorts. I don't want to shave my legs. I don't want to dress like I'm in the summer anymore. I want it to be fall. Summer, mid, skip. I'm done. I want fall. Do you feel the same way or am I crazy?
No, I'm wearing a sweater right now.
Well, that's the thing.
It's 85 degrees.
That's the thing about summer. It's like anywhere that you step inside, if you're going to go eat inside, if you're going to go work inside, if you're going to do anything inside, which a lot of the things we do in the summer are inside, it's freezing. So you have to dress like it's winter. But then if you step outside, it's hot.
Yeah, I'm like, I want it to be fall. I want it to be fall starting now. And then I want it to be summer for Labor Day weekend. And then I want it to be fall.
Yeah.
So that's my request if anyone's listening.
God, please help me if you're listening. Picture this, guys. Okay, I want everyone right now, not if you're driving, but pull over. I want everyone to close their eyes, okay? You wake up. You have a candle flickering by your bed. It's pumpkin flavor. You look out the window, okay? There's crisp orange-brown leaves falling from the trees. It's November 1st. There's a cool breeze, but it's a brisk 55. You look into your closet, you find a flannel maybe, a sweater even, something cozy. You step outside. You walk your dog. You don't have a dog. You go for a morning coffee walk. You maybe even smoke a cigarette. You go to work. You can't wait to get off work because you want to go see your friends and have a pumpkin spice beer. Oh my God, you have a fire roasting. You're carving pumpkins. Oh my gosh, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. You're going to see all the family that you hate but you miss and you love. It is fall. It is spooky. Halloween Town's on the TV. You're going to go trick-or-treating. It's already November 1st, so you just went trick-or-treating. That, to me, a dream. A dream. And fall is never actually what you expect it to be because it's about 3 days and then it gets freezing cold out. And then you're miserable for the rest of the whole entire winter.
Yeah.
But let's just pretend you're in those 2 moments where it's like the perfect fall day. Maybe I'm going to try to go apple picking, pumpkin carving, drink as much pumpkin beer as I possibly can. And what are you going to be for Halloween, Hannah?
Well, I'm going to Harry Ween. So I have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, what are you going to do? When you go to Harry Ween, do people dress up as Harry stuff?
Well, some people do. I'm going with my two best friends, so we're trying to think of like a trio costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could do the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, obvious. That's the obvious choice for the Harry Styles concert.
You could do you could do 3 members of One Direction.
Just the best ones.
Yeah, whichever ones you guys want.
Yeah, we could do that. Or we could do like 3 eras of Harry.
Harry, you could do like short hair Harry. You could do
Frat boy Harry, long hair Harry, the best one. And then we could do like current Harry or like One Direction Harry, like X Factor with the scarf.
Yes. Oh my God.
There's a lot of options. Or we could do fruit. Like we could do kiwi, watermelon, and cherry. That's a good one. I don't know. We got a lot of things. We're very stressed. And the first concert's next Wednesday, and I'm going.
You're going to the first one too?
Yeah, I'm going to opening and closing night, which is kind of
You're
sick.
a spoiled brat.
Yeah,
You're a spoiled,
brat.
no good, rotten brat. But you deserve it all. I'm going to go to one of them, I would assume, because he's here for 30 nights and I live here. So if I don't go, I feel like I'm a fake fan. Speaking of Harry, did you see the video of him fake sipping the latte that Zoe Kravitz gave him? So there's a video of Harry Styles going around online where Zoe Kravitz, his fiance, hands him a latte and he takes it. And he pretends to sip it. You can totally tell he doesn't sip it. And he just hands it back to her. And then all the comments are fake sip, just like their whole entire relationship.
Yeah, I think that proves that he loves her more because he really didn't want to drink that.
And he pretend.
And he was like, I'll just pretend for you.
Yeah, that's like, baby, let me just pretend. I love you. I'm going to drink your
Boys
little
do
coffee.
that all the time. I know everyone's so dramatic.
Oh my God, everyone is so dramatic. I don't think they're a fake relationship. I don't think those exist anymore.
What would the PR be for? Which one of them?
It's bad PR because everyone says that it's fake PR relationship.
Yeah, and I don't think he needs good PR.
He's literally on a world tour. Everyone loves him and he runs around the world.
He doesn't even talk to anyone.
No.
So what would he need PR for?
And Zoe Kravitz is the hottest, coolest girl in the world. Like, she just got out of a relationship with Channing Tatum. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't think it's fake.
I don't think it's fake at all. But you know what was fake? Me. This weekend, I was in Lala Fake Land. I felt like I was in college again. So this weekend, or this past weekend, I had the pleasure, the honor of going back to Ohio. I went back to Ohio, where a lot of people think I'm from Ohio. I think if you listen to the podcast, you know I'm not from Ohio. But I did go to school in Ohio. So my first friend in the friend group, in the college friend group, got married, our roommate, shout out Bridget, and we got to go back and spend this weekend and pretend like we were in college again. I'm not joking. This is the nice thing about my college friends, about Ohio, just about staying friends with people throughout all of the chapters of my life. Like, I went back and I haven't seen or really talked to. I mean, I don't even answer my messages from my mom. So like, I get overwhelmed by so many people reaching out to me or me reaching out to so many people that I guess it's ADHD paralysis is what, the more I talk about it, people say I have it. I am so self-diagnosed from you guys on TikTok that I don't know what I have, but I know that I have a lot of things. I'm just not diagnosed, but I know that I have them and I'll never get diagnosed for them or treat them. So anyway, I get really overwhelmed from my ADHD and then I go into paralysis where I can't do anything about it. So I can't text anyone back. I can't finish any of my tasks and I just have to sit there and not move. That's one of those things, is answering all of my text messages. So I haven't really talked to my friends from Ohio. We swipe up on each other's stories here and there, but in probably a year and a half, the last time I saw them. And the last time I saw them, I wasn't really in the best headspace. Like, they had came out to a concert of my ex's in Ohio and I got to spend the day with them and I got to hang out with them, but I just totally wasn't myself and they kind of noticed that. We talked about that when I got to see them this weekend. But it was amazing because it's those friends where you can just see them and pick up right where you left off. Like, it doesn't feel awkward. I was really stressed out about going to this wedding. One, because everyone's in a relationship. I didn't have a plus one. I was the only single person in the house. We all shared an Airbnb together, and I hadn't seen these people in so long. So I had overwhelming anxiety about how awkward it was going to be, to the point where I was going to be selfish and I wanted to cancel because I felt like I was going to ruin the vibe. I felt like if I went, I'd be like the odd man out. Everyone would feel bad for me and I would make things awkward. I was completely, totally wrong. All I had to do was reach out to my friends and be like, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while. Like, I don't want this to be weird, whatever. I just had to say something and actually go. And I had the best weekend ever. And if I had let that anxiety get to me where I shut down and didn't go, one, would have been a bad friend, not showing up to my best friend college roommate's wedding. That's shitty and selfish. She was so happy that I could make it. I was so happy that I could be there. Two, like, if you just voice how you feel, something that I'm always scared to do and I'm getting a lot better at, if you just voice how you feel, especially to people that care about you, it is going to make this situation, whatever it may be, 10 times more comfortable and 10 times more manageable and doable for yourself. Like, just me voicing that I was anxious and stressed about the weekend, my friends were able to make sure that I was okay and not freaking out about it. And when I got there, super comfortable and great. So when I get to Ohio, my friends pick me up from the airport. One, this is a sidebar, because I realized that the other day that I don't have a license anymore. I have it, it's not expired or anything, but I physically lost it. So I can't rent a car. Okay. So I planned on like renting a car, driving up, maybe going a little late so I wasn't there for so long. This is also a problem because I'm going to Iceland and you need a car. The person that I'm going to Iceland with, her license is expired and I don't have a license. So I've been calling around and trying to figure out how I can get a car in Iceland. I'm gonna have to like befriend a local or something. So I was talking to the person at the airport. I'm actually lying right now. So the guy that I'm talking to called the airport for me because I don't know how to do anything. And he tried to figure everything out for me and tried to get me a car. He talked to this guy named Thor who works at the airport. And I just have to send a really nice email. I have to really, really butter this man up. I'm probably going to have to slip him some money and show him our because we're going to have a license. It's just a paper one. And hopefully, fingers crossed, get a car because we're staying in an Airbnb, desolate, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of mountains, like not attached to anything. We have to have a car. We're going tomorrow, Hannah.
Well, first of all, I was so confused because I saw your TikTok. You're like, I have to go pack for Iceland. I'm like, Iceland? Like, what is she talking about? I just saw her 2 days ago. No mention of Iceland. Like, I'm so confused.
Well, I wanted to go, like I said, have these 2 weeks off. Wanted to do something. Maybe go to Italy, go to do like the Dolomites and hike or something. That seems too much, too touristy, too populated right now. Iceland, Hannah, quicker flight than LA.
Oh, really?
Quicker flight than LA, super easy to get to, super affordable, super gorgeous, super fun, right up my alley, reminds me of Scotland. Why wouldn't I go to Iceland?
No, it makes sense.
It's right there. I could literally wear the sweater you're wearing right now.
Well, no, because it's a half sweater. It only covers my poops.
I'm going to be freezing in Iceland.
You're going to be freezing in Iceland. But I think the paper license is fine.
Let's hope. Izzy's at the DMV right now. I may maybe go to the DMV. I ordered a license last night. It's getting shipped to California. And then, I know, crazy. And then it has to get shipped back to me. So I'm not going to have a license in time whatsoever at all. Anyway, so I get to Ohio. My friends pick me up because I can't rent a car. The weekend is amazing. It's a beautiful wedding. On the wedding night, I had a little bit too much fun, okay? You know when you're at a wedding, nothing kind of feels real. You just recently had an experience like this. You went to a wedding and blacked out.
Yeah, college wedding too on Friday.
College wedding. So are these friends that you obviously keep in touch with, but they're not people that you see too often, right?
No, the groom is my fiance's best friend, and the groom also works for my dad.
Okay, so
I see them a lot.
Okay. So different boat. Like these are people that I genuinely haven't seen since college.
Yeah, the other people though at the wedding I hadn't seen since college.
Didn't it feel so awesome?
So awesome
to see everyone. Didn't it actually put you back in the headspace? And you guys know me. That's where I blew up, was in college, because I was a crazy freaking party animal. Rock on. Like, so lame. Can't believe I just said that. But no, I was a raging alcoholic in college. We all were. And it brought me back to that mindset, especially being in Ohio. I went to the school in the middle of literal nowhere, tiny little school. All there was to do was party. So seeing all these people around me, it put me back in the space of, oh my God, we're in a basement in Ohio. we have to black out. And I did. I did really, really, really black out. So I went to Ohio with, I'm going to have to say, 7 pairs of shoes. I left Ohio with 3 pairs of shoes. I went to the airport because I woke up like this. Oh my God, I have to go to the airport. Threw everything that I owned in a suitcase, zipped it, threw it down the stairs because it was 70 pounds. I realized I didn't have any shoes on. I realized I lost my flip-flops. I lost my Birkenstocks. All I had was high heels. So I get into the car. I'm like, I just don't have shoes for the airport. And I realized on the way to the airport, that's probably crazy. My friend let me borrow a pair of shoes. I'm going to buy her new ones. But I had so much fun. I don't know if this is crazy or weird to say, but I felt like normal Brianna before anything in my life had become public or anything had blown up. I just felt like normal me again. And it was freaking awesome. And it was a beautiful wedding. So congratulations, Bridget. I can't believe you're getting married. We always thought that she was never going to be the one to get married. She hated men, and that she would, if she did get married, be the last to get married. Turns out she was the first. Also, we always thought I was going to be the first to get married because I had a 5-year boyfriend. Turns out I'm not getting married, and if I do, I will be the last. So crazy turn of events, and I had so much freaking fun. I did throw up. I threw up.
That picture on your story
I threw up. Okay.
was so jarring. You have to put a trigger warning.
I should have put a trigger warning. I didn't put it on my real story. I put it on my close friends because I needed people to understand. Guys, I'm not joking when I don't black out. I really don't. I barely, I know everyone thinks I'm a raging alcoholic. You can't even tell when I'm drunk, and I really don't get that drunk. I drink on the weekends with my friends. I got so drunk. We're leaving the bar. First of all, there's this thing that people do, which I do want to talk about. Whenever I go to bumfuck nowhere, or when I'm at a dive bar and there's hillbillies in it, hillbillies that are probably ranging from the age of 19 to 22, they see me and they think the funniest, craziest thing they can do is put on a Zach Bryan song on Touch Tunes. So I go into this bar. This is the after. So we had the wedding, which we got hammered at. We had the wedding reception, which we got hammered at. Then we had the after party at a bar. So I see these boys immediately. I think one of them have a ZB shirt on. I'm like, there's Touch Tunes. I look at my friends. I'm like, don't be alarmed, because my friends are very protective over everything. They know what I went through, the shit that I haven't talked about. And I know that they were going to freak out because I knew that these boys were going to play a song. These boys start playing a song. They're looking over at me as if it's some funny, crazy thing that doesn't happen to me. And I know that people want a reaction out of me when this happens. Honestly, I tune it out. 1, my eardrums are really bad, so I can barely hear the songs. 2, I just don't care. I'm so used to it at this point, of men doing this to me. But all of my friends, and there's usually fans of mine in the bars, they freak out for me. So I want everyone to know, just don't react. All these little tiny dick wiggle fuckers, hillbillies, all they want is a reaction out of you and out of me. If you just sit there and low-key sing along with it, they're like, wait, what? What's going on? But these boys did that, and then the owners of the bar came out and they completely unplugged the Touch Tunes. Touch Tunes were off. Come up to me. They're like, who was it? I'll kick them out, whatever. And I was like, no, you know what? It's completely fine. And then they took me into the back room and got wasted together. So I don't want to say I blame those incredible, amazing women for the throw up that I faced later on that night, but I do want to say I owe them a part in this. They played a part in this. We took a bunch of shots, and then all my friends love picklebacks in Ohio. I had a lot of coconut shrimp, and I don't even like that shit. I had a lot of coconut shrimp. I had a lot of drinks. I had a lot of shots that were mixed up. We're driving in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, on the way home. Our friend is driving us home. He's been sober for 15 years. Thank God. Shout out you. I'm not gonna out you right now, but you know who you are. Thank you so much. He's driving us home, and the roads are so windy, Hannah. They're like this, okay? And I'm talking, you're taking a sharp left. I am flying around. My belly's going, ooh, pickle juice. Ooh, coconut shrimp. Ooh, coconut shots in the back. Ooh, a beer. You don't even like beer. The brisket that you had for dinner at the wedding. Oh my God, you had a taco. And it is just swirling and swirling around to the point where I go, I'm going to throw up everywhere. And the child lock is on the windows. I'm like, put the windows down, put the windows down. Thank God, obviously, because I'm a respectful blackout drunk, I threw up out the window. But when I say I threw up out the window, I mean I threw up out the window, man. Like it was all over this man's car. All, like not on the inside, on the outside. I'm sending them a beautiful edible arrangement. I made sure that we took care of the car. They were very nice and actually thought it was really funny, which is crazy to me. I can't believe that they were so understanding. I think they're just happy I didn't throw up in the car. But that hasn't happened to me, I don't think, ever. I usually only throw up in the morning. I threw up all over the side of this car. And the worst part about it is I don't really remember doing it. And everyone in Ohio smokes weed. Oh, this is why I threw up. I smoked weed. And had coconut shrimp. And did pickleback shots.
Pickleback shots are the death. Like
the death. And everyone smokes weed, so they're like, Bri, come on, like college days, because I used to like rip bongs and be crazy and eat pizza rolls. Yeah, and then I hit the dab pen, and yeah, I felt like I was in college again, and I don't really want to return to Ohio anytime soon. I never want to feel the way that I felt on that Sunday ever again. And I got home. The second I got home, I called my little situationship, and I said, I can't be alone. I need a hug right now. You need to hug me for the entirety of the rest of the day. And thank God he did. And now I'm going to Iceland. Then I woke up and said, okay, I need to go to Iceland. Sounding like a manic episode.
Yeah, a little bit.
It is, right? But no, I just went to Ohio, blacked out, obviously, because I was with my college friends. And I was always going to go somewhere this week. I just didn't think it was going to be Iceland. And to be fair, this was all Izzy's idea. So I am really excited about it. On other note, all right, guys, quick commercial break. So August is National Dog Poop Month. Yes, there is something for everything, and there is a month for everything. And this month we're celebrating Dog Poop Month. So Boston, my baby Boston, we're actually going on a camping trip next week where I'm packing all of our Ollie to go together. But she has a funny thing, a funny quirk where she will poop in the middle of a sidewalk every single time we cross it. She's a city girl. And you know, it sucks when she goes in a crosswalk, the light turns green and she's diarrheaing in the crosswalk. That's a nightmare for everyone involved in the situation. So when I switched over to Ollie, I realized that her poops are getting better. They're getting smaller, they're less stinkier, and they're solid. So they deliver fresh human-grade food that is gently cooked to maximize your dog's nutrition. In other words, they make sure that your dog's poops are 10 out of 10 every time. Ollie's fresh recipes are developed with real chefs with gut-friendly ingredients that support better digestion, energy, skin health, and better poops. With flavors like fresh beef, sweet potatoes, or fresh turkey and blueberries, you'll notice the difference fast. Smaller, firmer, less stinky poops, like I said. So this summer, treat your pup to the better food and perfect poops. So what I love about Ollie, though, is you can freeze it. So I buy it in bulk, and you can save it in your freezer. In the morning, you'll pop one out, you'll thaw it out, you'll give it to her for dinner. It's amazing. They last forever, and there's a bunch of different flavors to pick from. So you can head to ollie.com/Bri, tell them about your dog, use code Bri to get 70% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Super easy, risk-free with their obsession guarantee. That's OLLIE.com/Bri and enter code Bri. That's BRI to get 70% off your first box. Ollie, feed the obsession. Let's get back to the episode. Dave, tea by the sea. Okay, he loves his tea by the sea. And I love his tea by the sea. I think it's very entertaining. I'm excited when he posts a tea by the sea. Sometimes I'll text him to do things tea by the sea wise, and he'll have no idea what I'm talking about. I wanted to text him and do the Brooke Schneider boobs out, but he said he thought that was just normal. But he made a tea by the sea with KJ from Summer House and Remy Bader, who I don't know if it's true. I could have just asked Remy. I don't know if they actually hooked up, but I wouldn't out her on the podcast anyway. But they were spotted leaving a party?
I don't know I think it was a party or dinner.
A dinner or a party?
Yeah.
On
Dumois.
And Dave made a video about it. I mean, honestly, I think KJ and Remy would be a cute, hot couple. I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that and see if they are potentially a cute, hot couple. But Dave made a video about that. And that all he had to do was make a video about that, but he brought up the horse collapsing thing again. Like, this was the basis of like Remy and Josh hating each other for a long time, and Remy hating Dave because we did a BFFs episode way back when. And me and Remy and I have been friends for ever since I moved to New York. We've been friends. Went to Spain together. I love Remy, and I have these motherfuckers that are always bringing up the horse collapsing story, and they were so mean about it when we first talked about it on TikTok that Remy like made it a point to never return to the podcast or to never come on my podcast because of that. And I'm like, all right, we're finally over that. Maybe she could forget about it. And then Dave brings it up again. And then he goes, I don't even think I was being mean.
I'm reading the comments.
What are the comments? What are the comments on this TV?
Comments are like, my mouth was on the floor and it just kept going.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Like Uncle Dave just laughing about Remy's worst public trauma.
Like, seriously.
He does not think he doesn't understand what he did wrong. Like, I think he's like.
That's the thing about Dave. He truly doesn't think that's wrong. Like,
no, I don't think he had any ill intention, obviously.
No, that's why Dave is Dave. Like, he made that video and probably was like, Remy will laugh at this.
Yeah.
Dave, probably not. She's probably not laughing at that. But that is the special part about Dave, is that he genuinely thinks that no one will get offended by what he says if he truly thinks that it's not offensive. But a lot of the things he says are offensive and he just doesn't understand it. But that's the beauty of Dave, and that's why Tea by the Sea works. He did make another Tea by the Sea outing another cast member on Summer House named Jane Motion, and outing that she's dating, he said Messy Mulliman.
Tessie Mulliman or something like that.
He said it rhymes with Messy Mullivan or something. So Dave, not Brianna, is claiming that there's a new cast member, Jane Motion, and that she is dating Jesse on the show, which I don't know. I don't watch Summer House, so I don't really know what people's vibes are about newcomers and about relationships and how they feel about Jesse Solomon. I am still getting accused of dating West Wilson. There's another tabloid going off about it in my TikTok comments. I don't understand why is this still happening, Hannah?
I don't know. Is it like the same videos that are re-popping up, or like people
This is a new video that a woman made. Here, let me send it to you. Or let me just bring it up. And all of the comments are like, fucking no, Brianna, why would you do this? You're such a bitch. And I'm like, how many times do I have to clarify that this isn't happening again? Oh, she deleted it. Okay. That's good. She deleted. Oh, nope.
Bravo relationship in our midst, because the rumors about West Wilson and Brianna Chicken Fry have been confirmed via Dumois this week. So Brianna and West were spotted,
and they're just lying.
I didn't see
spotted in New York City, and this is 1 week ago.
You said on the last episode you saw West at a birthday party.
We talked for 1 second.
Yeah.
And we've been spotted with a group of friends.
And you said on the episode, I just saw West for the first time and he didn't want to kill me. That's all you said.
It's literally all I said. I just don't understand why. Who won't let this lay to rest? Let it lay to rest. He's literally dating Amanda Petula. They're dating. They're fully boyfriend and girlfriend. Right?
You know better than me.
Fuck if I know. I think that, yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, I'm not dating Wes Wilson. I don't know how many times, like, make a clip of how many times I said I'm not dating Wes Wilson. It could probably be an hour long at this point. Hopefully, maybe I go to Iceland and what do Icelandic men look like?
Like
Vikings?
Yeah, I feel like Vikings, like Norwegian. Like,
what is it? Oh, are they blonde?
I don't know. I'm scared I'm being offensive.
Rule number 1, I don't think you can be offensive towards white people. Right? Do they count as white people? I mean, they're white people, but I don't know if they're Icelandic people.
I just looked up Iceland men. They look like Vikings for the most part.
Like smash or pass?
Well, they don't all look exactly the same.
They're white
They're
people.
all in sweaters. Yeah, they're white. I think that's what Google's telling me.
I think this might be a crazy, crazy, crazy hot take, and the blonde men are really not going to like this, but I don't think, as a woman, you should date a blonde man. I just like can't even believe it. I could never, ever date a blonde man.
Yeah, I don't. That's not my thing either.
But it's so crazy because men obviously love blonde women. Are there women out there that their type is blonde?
I feel like Dean from Off Campus, everyone was like obsessed
But
with.
that's fake blonde hair.
Is it?
Yeah, no, that was bleach blonde. That was bleach fake hair. That was me when I had my bleach fake hair.
I don't.
But everyone in Off Campus, okay, would you rather, this is a poll that I need all of the girlies and the boys to answer, the girls, the gays, the theys, whoever the hell you are, I need you to answer this poll right now. Off Campus, are you Garrett Graham or are you Dean? Who do you want to smash more, I mean? Garrett Graham or Dean? Comment below now. Smash the like button. I think majority of people are going to say Garrett Graham.
Who would you say?
Are you freaking crazy? Garrett Graham, I can't even breathe. The heart palpitations when I look at him.
Yeah, I guess Garrett Graham, but I also kind of like.
You said Dean.
No. I say Garrett Graham, but I also do like Dean's personality.
I'm talking physically.
Physically, Garrett Graham.
Yeah, he's a little smiled, his curly hair. Oh my God. Like
That video of him with Kid Leroy icked me out though, and I've had a hard time coming back from it.
Wait, it did?
Yeah.
It icked you out?
Yeah, it icked me out bad.
It made me waterfall.
No. No.
I also can't believe I just said that. But that video, I was like, okay, white boy, go white chocolate. Like, come on.
that dance and then like lifting up his shirt to show his abs. Like,
show me. You could lift that shirt up.
I don't like guys
weak.
that know that they're hot and they're like, oh, look, I'm hot.
Do you like a guy that's vain?
No.
Like, do you like a guy that, this is something that I've been teetering on the line with. Like, do you want a guy that maintains himself, keeps up with his looks, like cares about his hair, does his skincare, does make sure that he's tan, like, or is that gay?
I don't think it's gay. I just don't.
Narcissistic.
I don't care. If I'm just gonna be honest, I don't even wash my face, so I'm like not. Like, I do my hair and I get my nails done, but I'm not a big like skincare person. I'm not like that. So if a guy was doing more than me,
then I'd be like,
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead, but not for me.
I think I'm starting to be attracted to that. Like, I like a man that cares about what he looks like, but I think ultimately that means he's going to cheat on you. I don't know if that's a crazy take.
Like, who are you looking good for?
Like, why do you need to look so good all the time? But then I look at it and I'm like, okay, you are setting a double standard, Brianna, because as women, I think I do my hair, I do my nails, I do my makeup because when I look good, when I feel good, I look good. No, when I feel, am I okay?
When you look good, you feel good.
When I'm looking good, I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And it has nothing to do with I want these guys to look at me. It has everything to do with I want to feel good. And when I look good, I feel good. So for me to be out here, and this is me, really taking a step back, for me to be out here being like, oh my gosh, you're the worst because you take care of yourself and you want to look good. You're obsessed with women and you're going to cheat on me. That's a double standard.
Yeah, there's a lot of double standards, though. General.
But I think some double standards are okay.
Yeah.
And I think that might be one of them. Like, if your man is getting a spray tan.
That's not for me. Listen, it might be for someone else. Someone might like that about a guy. I
don't think anyone likes that about a guy. Hey, oh my God, when he gets spray tans.
I don't want to offend anyone.
He's an 8, but he gets spray tans a 10.
Yeah, I mean, not for me personally.
No, Meatball Man got spray tans.
Yeah, I don't love that.
No, I don't love
I think
that at
that's
all.
kind of crazy.
I
don't know.
There are some things that are for the girls and the gays. And I think spray tans are one of them.
I can't imagine.
Coming home and the sheets are spray tan from your boyfriend. And he's sleeping in like a spray tan sack.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, I have to wash my tan off in the morning. In the silk.
He's like, can you get my back?
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Your boyfriend's asking you to spray tan his back and his ass?
Yeah, personally not for me.
Yeah. Icked the hell out. I don't really get. We talked about this on the episode that we did with Noah because we were like, the only thing that icked us out were toe shoes. Like they could really do anything, but I don't necessarily get the ick. I don't really get the ick. Do you get the ick easily? You have a husband, so.
I don't get the ick with my husband, really, because we've been dating for 7 years. So like I've already seen it all.
Yeah.
Like I don't get the ick from him, but I get the ick from other guys.
Surely.
Like Garrett Graham.
Yeah. I got the ick from one of my guy friends. I was like, damn, dude, no one's gonna fuck with you if you do that ever again. You know when you like put the camera on someone and they like sometimes I just like go like this, like the automatic weird thing, but like a video like turned to him and he just started going like all doing all this hand shit. And I was like, oh my God, you, first of all, pushing 30, we can't do that anymore. Second of all, I just got the ick and I'm your best friend. I couldn't imagine what like a girl that was dating you if they saw that video. Please never do that again.
Yeah, you're just giving advice.
Yeah. I also have a question for the youth, you guys, because we're all young and youthful, and a question for Hannah. So I want to say this in the kindest way and in a way where no one can figure out who I'm talking about, and this person doesn't know that I'm talking about them. That's what's hard about this job, is what do you want to share and what can't you share and what are you comfortable with sharing? So let's just say they're from Ohio. Okay. So I have this friend who was dating this guy, and they dated for about, I want to say, nearly a year. So they talked for a little while. They dated for a year. They had a pretty great relationship, but my friend was always talking to me, knowing that like this isn't the one for me. And we always knew like this person is great. You guys are great separately, but this definitely isn't your person. We also knew that this guy was really attached to her, that was going to take the breakup really hard, and that my girlfriend wasn't looking forward to doing this because this person was great, met all of our friends, was really intertwined with our lives. And it was kind of like, I love this person. I could stay in this relationship with you, but ultimately I know I'm not going to marry you. So it's unfair to you for me to stay in this relationship. It got to a point where I was like, you have to break up with him. If you don't, you're hurting him, you're hurting yourself. And it's honestly really, it's just not kind to stay with someone out of pity. Been there, done that. It's not a good thing. So she finally broke up with him. He obviously didn't take it well. He went through all of the 5 stages of grief in front of her, like was snotting from the nose, foaming from the mouth, crying so hard, like crashing out, denial, then angry, then throwing stuff. Then she was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to step away from the situation. Like, I love you so much. Thank you for the time that we spent together, but we cannot move forward together romantically. So she leaves the house. Obviously that night she receives, I'm talking, you know when you have to open up a text on text and it's like novel scroll? 2 of those. So it's a 40-minute read. We could have done an Audible. Someone had a voice over it. So it was like that long. And she's going through it. It's pretty much just saying, and you know, I guess like I can understand when you're so hurt, you know, you love someone so much. I get it. But this is kind of a way that you react to a breakup in high school. And it was kind of just him telling her, you're wrong, you're making the wrong decision, like this is not how you actually feel, like give me a second chance, you don't know how you're feeling. Kind of just telling her that she doesn't know what she's talking about and she's making the wrong decision, which is really rude, to just disregard all of her feelings and not even, I don't know, just pretend that you're the only ones with feelings in the relationship because you want to stay in it. Sends a bunch of those texts. Time goes on. Sends a bunch of creepy sexual messages. I'm talking Wednesday at noon on a Wednesday.
Oh God.
Sends creepy messages to her. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't, like, I'm going to have to block you. I don't want to have to block you, but you cannot send me a bunch of sexual stuff at one. It's noon on a Wednesday too. We're not together. And it's been like 3 weeks since we've broken up. Stop. So he apologized for all the creepy texts that he sent. Then a week goes by. He shows up unannounced at her house. She has roommates. So she has roommates where they all have their own cars. And when their cars leave, he shows up. Crazy, right? Shows up and is like, I just need to talk to you. I need to see you. She has a conversation with him. She's like, this is really inappropriate. You cannot just show up to my home. We're not together anymore. He's like, I know this is crazy. I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again. Yesterday, I get a call from my friend. She's like, dude, he fucking showed up again. Unannounced, said that he waited at a parking lot across the street. The second that her roommates left, literally the second that they left the driveway, there was a knock at the door. Showed up and was like, can I please just stay? Can you hold me? Like, I can't do this. We're meant to be together. And she's like, no, this is not acceptable behavior. Leaves. She goes back to bed, fucks around in her apartment. 3 hours later, shows back up with a bunch of printed out pictures, like notes, like all of this crazy stuff. And she's like, I mean, what do I do at this point? Because that's scary, one. Two, she's an empathetic person, loves this person, cares about this, loved this person, cared about this person. And is like, I don't want to get the cops involved. I don't think they're a danger. I think they're just really heartbroken. Two, I don't want to make this person do anything like irrational or like hurt themselves or craziness. Three, I don't know what the fuck to do about it. What do you do in a situation like this? Like, do you absolutely block the person? Do you, like, she was screaming at him like, this is unacceptable. You cannot come back the first time. And then he came back later that day.
Yeah, I think you have to block for your own well-being and his well-being.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm like, are you not telling me the full story? Because why aren't they blocked yet?
Some people have I'm not one of these people. I'll block someone so fast, like,
Same.
doesn't bother me. Some people are really like weird about blocking people.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I can't block them. I'm like, do you know how many friends, and I've been the friend that's been in the relationship for a long time, maybe I'm not as like empathetic because I just am like, well, I don't even know why you're still talking to them. I will tell my friends to block someone like so quickly, like before that would even happen.
Yeah.
Like, you have to block them. It's good for them to be blocked too, because then they don't have a choice. Like, they can't reach out to you, and you made the decision for them because someone needs to make it for them. They obviously aren't thinking rationally.
That's what I was saying. Like, I feel so bad, and obviously you can feel bad for him, but he should be venting and doing all of this to his friends, not to you. Like, it's so unfair. I had a crazy ex like this where they made it your problem. They made you feel bad for it. They try to like just make you feel so bad that you want to get back together with them. They'll send you letters. They'll show up at your house. They'll do all this crazy shit. And it's like, they do get to a point where they get over it. They just need to find someone to get over it with. So maybe we set this guy up with someone.
No, I'm just...
We put this on. I don't want my friend to deal with this. Let's have someone else that we don't like deal with this.
Yeah, well, set him up with someone that you hate.
That we don't like, yeah.
I mean, I've been in this situation before, and I was a quick block.
Yeah, every time I've broken up with someone after my crazy ex, I've blocked them immediately.
Yeah,
besides you know who.
I didn't block immediately, but like when that happened, I was like, I have to block.
Yeah, I think for everyone's best interest, it's more of like out of sight, out of mind. And when you go through breakups, and hopefully this guy is listening to this because I'm giving you advice, when you're going through breakups, a lot of the time that we struggle with like coming to terms of it is because when you're in a relationship for so long, you really do build a routine where you're texting this person every morning, you're texting this person throughout the day, you're talking to them, everything that you share and do is going to this person first. So we're creatures of habit, and when you're stuck in these habits, you don't necessarily even know if you genuinely miss that person. I'm sure this person does, but this has always helped me. And when I go through a breakup, you just have to break the routine and break the habit. So if you block this person, if you literally delete their number, if you get them off of your feed, if you aren't checking their socials, like if it truly is out of sight, out of mind. And once you break the habit, what's it take? 21 days to break a habit, right?
Yeah, something like
21 days, you're clean of wanting to text this person and like reaching out to them because that's just human nature. You've been dating for so long. It is so much easier to realize, okay, maybe I wasn't so attached to the person. And of course, there's certain cases where you were in love, but sometimes you're just attached to the person and the routine that you've built together, where once you break it, you're like, oh, fuck, It's not that hard and I'm going to be okay. Yeah, it sucks and I can miss this person here and there, but I genuinely was just attached to the things that I always did with this person rather than the person. So if you can get clean, Mr. Man, and don't reach out for 21 days, don't check socials for 21 days, block me, block all of the friends where they're posting. Like, if you don't want to see this person, you have to, if you want to get better and get over this, you genuinely have to take these precautionary measures to get there. And you have to get rid of this person from your phone, from your life. There's no going back. I can promise you in this relationship, it's over. And maybe one day you'll be able to be friends again, but you're going to jeopardize that if you're acting a fool and acting crazy. Like, I know that she wants to get to a place where you guys can be civil and be in a friend group together and like see each other and be kind and cordial. But if you're showing up at her house being crazy, you're never going to get there. So for yourself, for your future relationships, out of sight, out of mind, delete it all. This goes for everyone and everything. We're too old to be showing up at houses, man. It's also like there's so many serial killer, stalker, true crime shit going on nowadays. You don't want to be the last suspect. You really don't, man. Because if you show up one more time, I'm going to call the police and say that, or I'm going to call you and say that, hey, she's missing, and I'm telling the police that you were the last one that saw her. So being framed for murder's no joke. Oh my God, now I'm going to be framed for murder for framing someone for murder. Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. Yeah, so that was just a weird thing that I'm like, what the fuck do you do in that? When you don't hate the ex, you feel bad for the ex, but you also don't want the ex showing up at your house anymore. This is also another reason where I'm struggling. I think I'm really, really avoidant because what's the style? Avoidant attachment?
Yeah, I think so. Like when you're like, instead of dealing with something that's making you anxious, you just completely avoid it, right?
Yes. So I, not gonna lie, I think I'm like really starting to actually like this person that I'm talking to, Jet Ski Man, and I like genuinely just want to stop talking to him because I don't want it to go any further. And is that a good idea? Because I never want to, like, I don't think I say it that I like want a boyfriend and I want a relationship. The more that I think about it, it just seems like it causes so much unnecessary drama and stress in your life. And I guess maybe that's me thinking the worst because the last relationship I was in was so drama and stressful and horrible that I just assume everything is going to be like that going forward. So I self-sabotage and don't even want to try. But I mean, it obviously is crazy to like someone and your immediate thought is to think you should stop talking to them. That's crazy.
I think you think of boyfriend equals has to be like you live with them and you spend every day with them. I think that's your problem.
Yeah.
Like you actually just could date him and you don't
be
have
normal.
Be normal. Like you don't have to hang out every single day. You don't need to text all day. Like your last one was so immediate, like live together, do everything together, that you just assume all boyfriends are like that. And that's actually not the case at all.
It's literally not the case at all.
You literally, like, you're not signing a contract. You guys aren't like getting married.
I know. And I'm not even saying this guy would be my boyfriend, but the thought of like having a boyfriend again freaks me the fuck out because I just love my autonomy and love being independent. And the thought of having to include someone on that, like, it freaks me out. But I guess when you meet someone that you're supposed to, like, if I meet someone and I'll know, like, oh, I want to share these things with them.
Yeah, but also you don't have to share everything with that person.
No,
like,
yeah.
I think that you also have you have a friend group that's a lot of guys and girls. So whoever you date immediately like goes in that friend group. Like you don't need to do that either.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on anyone ever meeting my friends for a long time.
Yeah, well, you don't need to though. Like,
yeah,
you don't need to. That's once again, like, it's not your husband. And even if it is your husband, like, you don't need to bring him everywhere.
No,
you know?
for sure. But I'm just like, it's so hard because I feel like this is the Gemini me. I'm completely two different things where I'm like, the next person I seriously date, like someone that I actually am like, okay, I do want to be a girlfriend to you rather than just like we're dating and having fun together. Like I do want that next person to be the person I marry. I'm just so sick of wasting. We talked about it with Noah, but like your energy is your currency. And I'm so sick of wasting my time and energy on things that end up going nowhere. And I'm such a person where I'm all in or all nothing. So even if I am just like casually dating a person, I put all my eggs in one basket. Like I have a hard time, like, I just like, if I want you or if I like you, even in friendships, like I'm giving it my all. And then I'm like, fuck, why am I doing that? Because I'm wasting my energy on something that goes nowhere. So I don't know what to do with my life. And this is why I want to be alone forever, because it's like, I don't want to dedicate anything. This is really going to scare off anyone that's ever wants to talk to me. But
well, I feel like that just, if you're still feeling like that, then you're just like not ready for a boyfriend, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm so freaking busy, but
you might want a boyfriend when it gets chilly out.
well, no, I want a boyfriend this fall too. Don't quote me on that. Like for the next couple of weeks, I don't want a boyfriend because I'm busy. But I definitely am really struggling with dating right now, of like what I want to sign myself up for, and how do you figure out what you want, man? You just can't. I think I'm just freaking myself out because I like someone.
Yeah.
So I'm getting
stressed out. I think you're just freaking yourself out. You're like not marrying this person right
I know
second.
that,
like, don't
Hannah.
overthink it.
But like, I don't know. I just, whatever, fuck it. Oh, you know what I should do? Harry's roommate. Did I talk about this on the pod
You
before?
talked about it on TikTok.
I talked about it on TikTok. So I went and viewed an apartment for Harry, and he's moving to New York City. And he, the person that I was being shown the apartment by would be his roommate, is going to be his roommate. And he was really cute. And I made a TikTok about him. And then he asked me out on a date. But I couldn't go on the date because I was going somewhere. Also, I think it's probably a bad idea to date Harry's roommate. But he sent me a voice note over the weekend while I was in Ohio and was like, hey, I know it's super last minute. Do you want to go on a date? So maybe I just go on the date with him.
I think why not? But I wouldn't like date him because that's Harry's roommate.
Yeah, bad
Might
idea.
be weird.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to not date anyone, and I'm going to go live away, far away. I'm going to be off the grid for a few weeks. And yeah, I think going to Ohio really tripped me up, though, because seeing all my friends in relationships that are awesome, like, made me a little sad.
Yeah, but that'll come. Like, everyone's relationship looks awesome when you're at a wedding and drinking and having fun.
That's true. That's very true. So yeah, whatever. I mean, relationships really aren't on the forefront of my mind, but it's just a topic that I want to talk about because I feel like we all struggle with it. But I have to shut up because we still have a whole podcast episode with Dana White, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I love you so much. And without further ado, here's Dana White. We have Dana White on. This is an interesting crossover for my fan base and your fan base. They're very different.
Very different.
Yeah, very, very different. But obviously, I think everyone knows what the UFC is. Everyone knows who Dana White is. And there's a lot going on recently. Off rip, we have to talk about this McGregor fight.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after, 20 seconds?
Yeah, well, it was 20 seconds, but for people that know that were either there live or watched on TV, the whole card was great. The co-main event was incredible. And it happens, man. I mean, when you, in this business, you take 5 years off, this isn't an easy business to come back to. Even Muhammad Ali, who was out for 3 years, came back and wasn't the same fighter he was before the 3-year layoff. So it's sort of a normal thing, but, to happen the way that it happened, as it played out there that night was very weird. And, it sucks, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. What was your initial reaction? Like, when you saw him, did you think he slipped like Joe Rogan was talking about? Did you think, like, immediately, fuck, his knee's blown?
Yeah, I knew there was a problem.
Yeah.
The first time I thought he slipped. The second time I said, oh, there's something wrong with his knees. And then Max got on top of him and started, I knew it was over.
Yeah. Have you spoken to him after?
Yeah. He's, as you can imagine, a guy who's accomplished what he's accomplished and, as big of a star that he is, not just in our world, but in the sports world, he's taking it hard. And it just... How do you bounce back? Is this gonna make him buckle down and get serious and really start to train to come back and fight again? Or is he just gonna say, you know what, it's over?
What would you do if you were him?
Shit, I don't know. It's hard to put yourself in these type of positions as elite athletes because very few people are, and very few people, do what these people do, especially in fighting.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
I think he should sail off into the sunset. Because when he comes back, what if it happens again? It's like then your legacy is left on those two horrible last fights.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, everybody's got to look in the mirror and pull the trigger on, I think it's over, or
yeah.
I think I got one more.
Yeah,
I guess usually the type of people that do what these guys do, it's hard for them to walk away.
Yeah.
And it's not just the money. Money's big part of it, but when you walk through a tunnel and 25,000 people are going crazy, and it's a high that people like us could never imagine.
No. What do you think would be comparative in your world to that feeling? Like when you walk around, people obviously are like, this fucking thing, why? But you come out, you're out there. Like, is it a rush that you just like, you love being involved in this?
Yeah. I mean, I love this business. I love combat sports, and my thing is I can't even imagine retiring.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what it's like for these guys to have to retire. But you have to mentally prepare, and I tell them this all the time. This isn't a job. Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity, and it's not going to last forever. Jobs last forever if you want it to. This doesn't last forever.
Yeah, your body just simply can't last forever. But even, I mean...
Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, you're going to go down, especially if you're I couldn't even... Do you think, okay, girl like me steps into the ring. If I get kicked in the head, am I dead? On the spot, am I knocked out dead? Yeah.
If you get kicked in the leg, you're dead.
You think? Yeah, everything shatters.
Leg kicks are incredibly painful.
No, I couldn't even imagine.
And they hurt for months.
Yeah. Going back to just kind of the beginning of you, because you didn't start off as this crazy rich guy that got into a business that got lucky. You kind of started where no one really believed in the UFC, and you made people believe in it. How, as a young Dana White, were you able to get people to back you and to invest in your dream?
So my buddies, the Fertitta brothers, they own Station Casinos, which is like the third largest gaming company in the world. Or in the country. Mm-hmm. And, all three of us were fight fans. So we had always planned on getting involved in fighting somehow, some way. But at that time, we were thinking boxing.
Yeah.
And we started taking jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And we loved it and became addicted to it. Started training 3-4 days a week. And through that, we started to meet some of the fighters. And then I started managing some of the guys. And through that, I found out that the UFC was in trouble and going out of business. Mm-hmm. So I called them. They were in Miami at the time on a business trip. And I said, hey, I just got off the phone with the owner of the UFC. I think they're in trouble, and I think we should buy it. So like 2 months later, we owned the business.
And
bought it for $2 million.
That is $2 million into what it's turned into. But when you first bought it, I'm sure it continued to lose money for a little bit.
Oh, for a lot of it. We went like 40 million in the hole.
Holy shit.
From 2001 to 2005, and then we turned it around in 2005.
What was what do you think the breaking point or the turning point was for the UFC to get people to believe in it?
So we knew we had to get on free television. We weren't allowed on pay-per-view. This thing was so frowned upon. Think about this. As a grown adult, you couldn't make the decision to buy it on pay-per-view. Porn was on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And we weren't allowed. That's how crazy it was. That's why we bought the company for $2 million. Everybody thought we were nuts, and we're going to blow all our money.
And then it just turned into, everyone wants to go. Everyone wants to be at a UFC fight. To me, it was really scary. It's horrifying. There's blood splattering on your face. It's like it goes back to Roman times. I feel like we're like in the Colosseum. But once you experience it, there's nothing else like it.
The live event is incredible, and it's a great television product.
Yeah, it truly is. And then there's so many things that have came from UFC, and you have your hand in so many different pots. But what I'm so interested in, because I think it's one of the most craziest things I've ever watched, is this power slap.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Where did the power slap come from?
So in like 17, 18, I was looking on Instagram, and the slapping was coming out of like Poland and Russia at the time. And I'm so jaded with the fight business. I was fascinated that I would stick around till the end to see who won. And I started taking a deeper dive into it, and I'm like, this is interesting. I bet if I did this, I can make this big. And it's an incredible business for me.
It's insane. I mean,
the live events. You haven't been to this.
I haven't been yet. I have to get to one.
I got you to the UFC once.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Brianna, if I get you to a power slap fight, you will have a blast.
I know. I mean, I watch, like you just said, every video. I can't stop watching it. It's like the live reactions. What about a slap like that?
So Power Slap has the most viewed short of all time in sports on YouTube, and we're the most viewed sports clip all time on TikTok.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We have over 30 million followers in less than 2 years, and by the end of this year, we'll have more followers than Major League Baseball.
Power slap. More than that is just so. I think everyone just wants to see people get hit.
Yeah,
that's what America is now.
It's just it's human nature, though. That's why fighting is so big, and fighting is global. You know, I mean, soccer. The World Cup's here this weekend, and you know, soccer's been trying to break into America for forever. And you know, the NFL has been trying to go everywhere around the rest of the world forever. And, you know, my two companies, UFC's been around since I've owned it, 25 years. And then Power Slap's 2 years old, and they're both global businesses. Because everywhere you go, no matter what color you are, what language you speak, we all like fighting.
Yeah, it really is universal. And now you have Zuffa, which is boxing. And how is that going? How did this come about?
It's going great. I've talked a lot of shit about boxing over the last...
Yeah, that's why people are a little like, what, you just want to do it all?
Well, now I got to put my money where my mouth is and do the things that I thought were broken with the sport. Been in it 6 months, already have global television deals, signed some of the biggest stars, and putting on some of the biggest fights in just 6 months. So it's been very good. What
was your and why didn't you want to get involved in boxing to begin with, and what made it switch for you?
The sport was just, well, first of all, we were going to get into boxing, but then the UFC opportunity popped up and we jumped on it. And then, you know, the sport was just so broken and fragmented and messed up. I kept saying to my, every time I would say, all right, I think I'm going to do this, I'd talk to a couple boxing guys and I'd be like, am I out of my mind? Why would I even consider getting involved in this sport? And then, you know, 6 months ago, it all just sort of came together and the timing was right. And
yeah.
pulled the trigger.
Do you think kind of the resurgence with we look at Logan Paul and all of these social media people turning into boxers and the virality around it, do you think that led to you wanting to get involved in it?
No, definitely not. That definitely didn't lead me into getting into it. But that type of stuff is always going to exist.
Yeah.
When you have people, you know, who get a certain level of fame and they're talking about fighting another person that has a certain level of fame, people are always going to tune in for that. That's not what I do, but there's always going to be interest in that.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Logan Paul and his last fight?
Well, Logan, you know, is an unbelievable athlete.
Oh, I mean, for sure.
Look at what he does in the WWE. You know, and you know, you can talk about it being fake and all this stuff, but those guys are athletes, and Logan's good. He's not bad. I mean, Pat McAfee does it. He's good. It's actually impressive.
And then Jake, I mean, his last fight, I can't even believe that he was able to step in the ring with that guy.
Me too. I literally didn't think that was going to happen, and I said, you know, when you go in there and box a guy like AJ, you know, this isn't a joke. This isn't a game. I mean,
no.
That guy could kill him, and look at, he broke his face. He literally broke his face.
It was insane. I didn't think that he was going to last as long as he did even in there. So I commend Jake Paul's a lot of things, but he fucking puts his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, well, it was a ballsy move getting in there with Anthony Joshua. So.
Yeah. Would you ever have a Jake Paul in a Zuffa match or anything like that?
No, that's not what I do.
No, not looking for it.
There's obviously a market for that, but that's not what I do. I put the best fighters in the world against each other from the minute that they get into the sport all the way up to world champions. The best fight the best. There's always going to be a place for the Paul brother type
moments,
fights, but that's not what I do.
Yeah, you're more interested in people that have been fighting their whole lives, and you want to give them the platform that
The
they
best.
deserve.
I'm looking for the best fighters in the world.
Yeah. Do you have any upcoming Zuffa athletes that you're really, really
Upcoming
into?
what?
Like people that are going to fight in Zuffa or that you've signed that you're excited about?
I mean, we're tomorrow. We're talking Conor Ben versus Ryan Garcia. So
Okay.
it's going to be Mexican Independence Day or that weekend in Vegas at T-Mobile.
Oh, let's go.
There you go.
Yeah.
We should make that your first boxing match.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool.
There you go.
I was just working with T-Mobile. That'd be beautiful.
Done.
Also, I mean, the first UFC fight on the White House lawn. Are you fucking crazy? How? I am even just intrigued. How does that even come about, and where's the first conversation of that stem from?
Yeah, so the president came to a fight at MSG.
Yeah, he loves UFC.
Yeah, loves it. And in the middle of fights, he leans over to me and goes, "You know what? We should do a fight at the White House." And I said, yes, we should. I'm in. And that's how it all started. And it was literally the most incredible night of my life. I mean, the fight was, to be there live, it was great on TV, but to be there live was pretty badass.
I just, it kind of sounds like, you know what a Mad Lib is? Like, oh, there's
Yeah.
going to be a UFC fight with the president on the lawn of the White House. That doesn't even seem like something that would have been probable or possible.
Especially if you think where we came from when I was telling you that this thing wasn't allowed on pay-per-view.
No.
And it took us forever to get sanctioned in New York. We couldn't get New York done, and now the UFC is literally everywhere, including the lawn of the White
The
House.
lawn of the White House. What was the most memorable moment for you that night?
The flyover.
Yeah.
So leading up to the flyover, all hell was breaking. We were going to get hit with a storm. You know the story?
No.
Brianna, if you wrote a fucking script for Hollywood and this was it, people would go, this is the goofiest bullshit of all time.
Okay.
So we're going to get hit with a nasty storm. And, the things outside, and I'm not getting my information from the Channel 7 weather guy. This is the military meteorologist saying we're going to get hit. So we batten down the hatches. Everything's going to get wet. Some stuff's probably going to get broken from wind. And after it hits us, we're going to have to get the team out there, fix it up real quick, and go in the fights. The flyover can't happen because the weather, and it's going to get dark. The planes had actually turned around and they were flying back to the base. And I'm in the east room of the White House, and I'm getting updated by my head of production. I shit you not. Here's the White House. All right, this is the White House, and this is the ellipse where we had 80,000 people.
Yeah.
The storm's coming to hit us. It gets to the White House. It breaks in half and goes around the White House.
What?
Yeah. We have a documentary that we released on Fox of the whole thing that went down that night, and the thing went around us. And my guy's saying as it goes around, we could catch some of the edges of what. Not a drop of rain. So my head of production calls me and says, the planes are turning back around. We have 2 minutes to pull this off. We need you to get the president down to the Oval Office right now so we can do. We get there.
Yeah.
We have 2 minutes to walk out and do it. And there's this picture of me with my hand over my heart because Zach Brown is singing the national anthem, and I just look like it's the greatest moment of my life. But to put it into context, none of that shit was supposed to happen. Have you seen the pictures of the flyover?
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's like the most iconic, badass American thing you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have happened.
Holy shit. Well,
Yeah.
if the storm were to have happened, would kind of everything have been called off, or just the
No,
beginning?
we had to get through that night no matter what.
Yeah.
So if the storm hit us like it was supposed to, we would have had to, that wouldn't have happened. We would have had to do the fights at like 9:15, and we would have had to dump a bunch of the content that we had created for the show, and it wouldn't have been the same show.
It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been the 250.
The fact that it played
It
out
broke.
the way
That's
that,
some.
and
Are
then
you religious?
The main event, oh yeah, let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
Then the main event, the American is fighting a guy from Spain, and the American is a 6-1 underdog, and everybody knows for a fact he's going to lose.
Yeah.
He wins the fight in spectacular fashion. Like, if you wrote this script, people
I
would
have
call
chills.
bullshit on it, right?
It really
it's
is crazy. And for the storm
And then
to
the
break.
religious thing, when the president got shot, right? And he believes to his core. So apparently there was a document that they were putting on the screen, and he turned his head to look at it, and he says to me, I've seen this document a million times. There was absolutely no reason for me to look at that. But I did, and the way that I turned my head, they shot him in the ear instead of the head. So he believes to his core that God spared his life that day. And then, obviously, the storm, he believes that God broke that storm and have to go around the White House. So
I mean, I believe that too. How else does that happen? That doesn't
I'm
make...
not a believer.
Like,
but
unless you billionaires have some magic in the sky,
it's damn hard to debate.
It's really, truly crazy. And also, kind of going back to that same topic, you were at the press dinner when everything went down with the shooting, and your quote after was just insane. You were like, "This was a unique, incredible experience. You didn't get down." What was that?
Badass. So we're sitting in there, and the thing starts, and all of a sudden, you have the most powerful business people in the world, the most powerful politicians, and the most powerful media. And those doors kick open, man, and these guys come in. Everybody get on the fucking ground now, and they're kicking tables over and shit. Now, I'm right in front of the president. He's on the stage, and the vice president. They rip those two off the stage. They tables are flying, plates are crashing, and as soon as they get that stuff out of there, the guys come out on the stage, and they got guns with lights on them, and they're pointed at us out there. And I'm like, holy shit. And then all the guys that kicked the doors in are coming toward our table, and I'm like, is this guy over here?
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
is
what
there
the
a
fuck is
gunman?
happening?
Is there a bomb? None of us know what's going on.
Yeah.
This is Lene. Say hi to Lene. Lene is my head of PR, okay? Lene was with me. Did you ever see The Wizard of Oz?
Of course.
Remember when the house fell on the witch?
Yeah.
Lene was so far under the table, all I could see was her ass and her feet. And she looked like
She was
the
a wicked witch
from The Wizard of Oz when the house fell on.
That would be any normal person. Dana White stands up and's like, "This is awesome." Everyone else is gonna go under the fucking table. You're crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely incredible to be able to experience something like that and nobody gets hurt.
Well, that's the
fucking
beauty of it all.
awesome.
But I mean, I couldn't imagine what's going through everyone's head of like, what is happening? What was the like aftermath of, okay, we get up from under the tables, and then did they just usher you guys home?
So the crazy political bullshit that's going on in this country and the
Yeah,
world
of
right
course.
now, right? And when you think about this correspondence dinner, you had the far right media, you had the far left media, you had people down the middle, and blah 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 blah. But after it was over and everybody knew that there was no longer a threat, like everybody just started congregating and talking together, like people that I'm sure don't know me but don't like me. And we were all, there's always, whenever we get attacked, and when I say we as Americans, we come together and we, it's unfortunate that that's the only time that we really come together and go, you know what? Fuck this shit. We're all Americans, and let's, but yeah, there was a real sense of, what would you call it, Lene? Like I don't know, camaraderie. Yeah, it was like a sense of, holy shit, we all lived in something that some of us might have died in. And
it's like, who cares if you're left or
it
you're
was
right at
actually
this
a very
point?
cool vibe. I loved the whole fucking thing. I loved everything about it. But I'm not a run and hide kind of guy. Let me tell you what's never going to happen. People aren't going to show up at my house and tell my kids, hey, your father's dead. How did he die? Well, he was crawling under the table and he got shot in the back 3 times. They're going to be like, your father got killed and it's going to be a closed casket. He got shot right in the face because he was right in the middle of this thing and, tried to actually do something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a better way to go out, I guess.
how
I
I'm
mean, if
going
you have
out.
the
I
heart to do it, then
guarantee
why
you that.
not? I don't know. I think I might be shot in the back a few times, but you'll
But
take
it's
the
one of those
headshot.
things. It's like you don't know
How you react to the situation.
until it happens, until you're in these type of situations. Like I went through COVID, right? So you don't know how you're going to act until the situation happens. But as a man, you hope you're going to act like a man.
Yeah. And through that, I mean, you had the UFC on the front of the White House. Are you and the president besties? You would say you're like
Yes,
very, very close
we are
relationship?
very close, yes.
That's
we are very close.
Are you guys planning any more crazy locations for
No,
UFC fights?
Listen, this cost a shitload of money, and it was a fun one-of-one event, and it was the greatest night of my life, and without a doubt, the greatest highlight of my career.
Yeah, you don't think you could beat it anyway else in the UFC?
I mean,
How do
beating the
you?
White House is tough to do, but before that, I did the Sphere, and the Sphere was amazing, and it's not like I'm seeking out these crazy things to do. They just sort of organically happen, and when they do, I jump on it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Sphere is insane.
Yeah.
The UFC fight at the Sphere is just fucking.
It was awesome. So, Tom Brady called me and said, "Hey, I'm coming into town, and I'm gonna go to U2. You want to go to U2 with me?" And I said, when are they? He said they're playing at the Sphere. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
They're playing at the Sphere this weekend. I said, "Oh shit, yeah, all right, I'll go." The Sphere had just opened, and I went, and we're watching the show, and I'm like, "Holy shit, U2 is not the star of this show.
No.
The Sphere is the star."
Anyone could play in it, honestly, and it would be magical.
If you have a band that you love and they play at the Sphere, I'm telling you, go see it.
Once in a lifetime.
It's a really cool experience. So then after that, I did the event there, but then the Eagles played. The Eagles did a residency, and it was incredible.
Incredible. So
Yeah.
when you're walking around, you're doing these things, I feel like you're the type of guy where your brain just doesn't stop moving. Are you always looking for the next opportunity to...
It's not that I'm looking, but when I see it, I take it.
Were you like this growing up? Were you always just looking for...
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. It's hard. Like when you think back, look where you are now, right? And we come from the same
Massachusetts.
background and whatever. And you were just a normal kid doing normal shit, and now look at what you've accomplished. And you have a thing about your personality that people are interested in, and I've sent you that you know what I'm talking about. So you don't ever think like that. You just sort of live your life, and when moments pop up, you jump on it and you dive in head first. Or I'm not afraid of risk or afraid of trying things that seem impossible to do. So when I see something and I think that it's unique, and I think that I have a good ability to say, I think a lot of other people would like this. And thank God most of the time I've been right.
Yeah, a lot of the people really, really like UFC now. Do you have any regrets in like your early career, or any recent regrets that you would like share with how you came up?
I literally, the way that I live my life so that I'm not that guy. Forget about regretting now. I don't want to be the guy laying in my deathbed regretting. That's what I don't want to do. So I do everything that I want to do. And I don't have any regrets. And when you talk about like business decisions or things that you do, you win some, you lose some. You some things hit, some things don't. But you have to try them to know whether they do or don't.
Yeah.
And I'm always in for trying.
Yeah. I mean, you've tried just about everything, and a lot of things that you put your hands in, they turn to gold. And I think your next venture obviously is this Sufa, so you're very excited for that. And when you go into boxing, like, do you feel like I should be in this boxing world because I've talked shit on it, or are you like, I'm going to take it on head on?
No, because I think I can do it.
Yeah.
That's why I get in. It's like Power Slap. When I started Power Slap, you had all the people going, "Oh my God, this is so stupid. This is gross. This guy's gonna blow his whole legacy on what he." I don't give a shit about legacy. Legacy doesn't mean jack shit to me. I like to do things that I believe I can do, and I like to challenge myself. And when I saw Power Slap and I started to get into it, I said, I bet I can make this big. And everybody, but the way they shit on Power Slap in the beginning, they were shitting on the UFC the same way.
Yeah.
So it felt very similar to me.
Well, yeah, because you think Power Slap, even when you see it as a first spectator, you're like, what is this bullshit? But then you keep scrolling. It's your whole algorithm. It's all you want to see. You keep going back and returning, and you're like, okay, maybe this is something.
Well, the other thing that happened was, people started telling me, well, it's shocking, jarring, content. That's why it pulls big numbers. But, we have over 30 million followers in 2 years.
Yeah.
People are actually following and the last event was sold out. I just did a big deal with MGM for Power Slap and it's a real business.
Yeah, but also to that point where people say, well, it's shock value and people are just watching it because that's kind of what the world is turning into. So if it works, it works. And then people are showing up, they're coming to see a Power Slap.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, Brianna, I'm right here, right now. I'm going to get you to a live event.
I'm going to go.
And when the live event is over, you're going to go, holy shit, that was fun. It's a very fun live event.
Yeah, and then I'm going to become Power Slap #1 fan. That's going to be my sport. I know we don't have you for that much time, and I don't want to take up so much more of your time, but I just think that we come from very different worlds. When on my podcast, I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal. We're on two different spectrums of things.
Yep.
And I think people will probably be surprised to see that I have you on. But what we just talked about.
A lot of things about me are very liberal too. I come from Massachusetts.
This is what people don't understand.
Yeah, I consider myself right down the middle, and I'm for common sense. That's what I'm for. Do I lean a little right now? Yes, on some things, but I lean left on a lot of things too. And I think that we live in this world right now. I have a friend who lives here in New York, and she's a model, and I saw she posted this thing yesterday about that President Trump is changing these laws that could hurt not only like grizzly bears but endangered species. Mm-hmm. So and it's like this thing like, holy shit, all these animals. So then what I do is I put it into AI, mm-hmm. and I say, is this true? And then AI breaks it down and says, well, yeah, some of these things are changing. It's an opinion that this could happen. It's not a fact. Mm-hmm. And, it's like global warming, and all this shit. But I was looking at it and I was like, if this is true, I'm literally going to talk to him about this. Like,
yeah.
So a lot of things about me are liberal, but some things about me are conservative. But I am 100% all for common sense.
Yes. And I think that's where when people online, when they make up their mind about someone, they're just going to stay on that side. They don't even want to hear you out or me out.
And, there's people that don't like him and will never like him no matter what. He is a good man. His family are good people. And he's never been anything but an incredible friend to me. And here's what I can promise you. You, anybody listening, I take you to dinner with President Trump for an hour. It is impossible for you to get up from that dinner and walk away and go, I hate that guy.
Really?
It's impossible. I've done it.
I mean, he did become president.
And I can't take credit for this. Kid Rock did this, but Kid Rock calls me on like a Monday, and he's like, I'm freaking out, man. I set up a dinner with Bill Maher and President Trump. Mm-hmm. And if this thing goes south, man, I can't be there alone. He's like, will you come with me to this dinner? And I said, yeah. So I called the president and I said, hey, Kid Rock wants me to come to this dinner. You cool? I'm not just gonna fucking show up at dinner. You know what I mean? And he says, yeah, come to the dinner. It was incredible. And what happened was, Bill Maher, fucking, walks into the room, and I'll tell you something funny. So. It drives the president crazy when I don't wear suits, right? If I don't wear a suit, it literally drives him crazy, and he busts my balls the entire time. And Bill Maher walks into the Oval Office and goes, "There's no way I was showing up here without a suit on." And he looks at me and he goes, "That's definitely from the Zelensky collection." He says to me. Do you remember the whole Zelensky thing?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I need a drink, and if you say you need a drink, the president's getting you a Coke." Yeah. Okay, it's not a drink. He doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink, yeah.
So he's like, no, I need something harder than a Coke. So he starts drinking. He brings in a piece of paper with all the things that the president has called him over the last 30 years. And I thought it was hilarious. So I made him sign it and the president signed it. And I hung it up at the UFC offices. So we go upstairs to dinner and these two talked. Mm-hmm. They agreed, disagreed, but they talked.
Well, Kid Rock and the president? Or
No, Bill Maher.
Yeah, okay.
Bill Maher and the president talk
Yeah.
for over an hour on things they agree and disagree with. Then you think about this. Bill Maher's been a Democrat and supporting Democrats for 40 years.
Yeah.
He's never toured the White House. Never been invited
Wow.
to come out and tour the White House. The president took him on a full tour of the White House. And even Bill Maher, when he went on his show on HBO, the next episode said, "The man I have hated for 30 years was not present at that dinner."
Wow.
It's impossible. You can't go to dinner with this guy and not like him.
I mean, people are going to be amazed
Yeah,
to
I
hear
know.
that.
People are going to disagree and everything else, but I'm just telling you. And he's a good man. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
You might not like his style. You might not like his approach. You might not like his politics, but he's not a bad human.
But I
being.
mean, as an American, even if you hate him, like that's something you want to hear. Like you want to hear that our president is a good guy, and if you go to dinner, you're not gonna fucking hate him.
It's an absolute fact.
It's what you want to hear. So,
Right.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
happy to hear
disagree.
that. I'm very
I don't
happy to hear
disagree.
that. Well, I know that we only had so much time, so thank you so much for coming on, Dana.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. Thanks so much.